All right, part 3. This is part 3 of class for Financial Literacy 101. This is week 2, and we are discussing taxes this week. We are taking a deep dive on what taxes is and how to do your taxes. And, it's Black History Month. And, I'm on a mission to help restore my people financially. So this type of work that I've been doing for the last 5 years is a pleasure. All right, let's get into it. Let's finish our topic on taxes. Uh-oh. Shameless plug. I'm looking at the Don't forget to like and follow and share this, all right, y'all? Okay, let's get into it now. This is an activity where we're going to use this table on government spending here to answer these 4 questions, okay? What we got here, we got government spending by year, 1950 to 2000, in billions, that's 39 billion. Spending in billions of dollars, that's 43 billion. But anyway, here's the question. In what year did the government spend more than it collected? Okay, here's the spending. Oh, okay, we spent more than we collected in 1950. We spent more than we collected in 1970. We spent more than we collected in 1980. We spent more than we collected in 1990. Oh, but then all right. Whew, then the bleeding stopped by 2000. Okay, right? Next question. Using a calculator to find out how many times larger the revenue was in 2000 than in 1950. Go ahead and pause. All right, we're back. Let's see how much was it. About 52 times larger. Yo. Now, using a calculator to find out how many times greater spending was in 2000 than 1950. Let's see. About 42 times greater. Interesting. Now, the next question is, which grew more, revenue or spending? That's the question. That's the next question. And the answer is revenue. The money we brought in. Wow. Grew more than spending. Okay, let's move to another activity. All right, so let's just say you're new to all of this. Say you're getting your first job, okay? Now, after you enter the workforce, it's important to keep accurate financial records. So, young person, as you get older, it's even more important to keep track of your earnings, your spending, and your savings. Now, young people that are learning for the first time, this is what you need to save. According to irs.gov, you need to save your paycheck stubs because they're statements of interest. Okay? Or we need to also save our dividends earned, our records of any gifts, tips, and bonuses that we received as well. And we need to save any copies of any completed tax returns, along with forms such as your W-4 and W-2. We need to save spending records such as canceled checks, cash register receipts, credit card statements, car purchases, any lease information, any warranty information, any car repair receipts, any medical or educational expenses, any receipts you pay for your rent. If they give that to you, that's great. Home's title. Keep track of your deed of purchase, your mortgage contract, your major home repairs and improvement receipts. You need this, young people. And keep any receipts from donations to charities, right? Next thing you need to understand is where to store this information. For the most part, a shoebox, some accordion files, they work very well. But important documents such as your insurance policies, They're often kept by the older generation in a safety deposit box at the bank, young person, just so you know. So let me give you some background. U.S. citizens and residents generally have to pay tax on their earned income based on ability to pay, right? So federal income tax is collected on a pay-as-you-go or as a pay-as-you-earn basis. Employees usually have taxes taken out of or withheld from each paycheck that is subject to tax. Some people are exempt from tax withholdings. Now, employees provide information on a form called a W-4 so that their employers can determine how much should be withheld from their wages. Now, employees, you are expected to complete Form W-4 accurately and honestly. Now, listen, by January 31st of each year, employers must give employees copies of their W-2 that show how much employees earned in the previous year and how much was withheld. Now, employees, you should check this form for accuracy and attach a copy to their tax returns. Now, even people who do not owe any taxes should file a return. If they had any federal income taxes withheld from their pay or to have withheld taxes refunded, people must file a return. Now, it's essential to keep accurate financial records after entering the workforce, young person. So, there's two basic systems for record keeping, and it's either on paper or on a computer. Period, point blank, poo. Right? Now, listen. Payroll and income taxes, like I said, are withheld from your paycheck as an employee from employees' pay by your employer. Now, employers, they send withheld taxes to the federal government. Now, the payroll taxes include Social Security, FICA tax, and Medicare tax. The Social Security tax rate is about 6.2%, and the Medicare tax rate is about 1.45%, according to IRS.gov. Now, employees complete Form W-4, a W-4 employees withholding allowance certificate. Now, employers use Form W-4 to compute the amount of income tax to withhold. Now, this is what it looks like, you guys. Here's a W-4. All right. This is the employees withholding allowance certificate. Okay. Now, we have fictional names. This is all provided by IRS.gov, right? Okay. Anyway, so key terms to understand is that earned income includes wages, salaries, tips, that are includable in the gross income, and net earnings from self-employment earnings. All right. Now, to be exempt means you're exempt from the withholding, means you're free from the withholding of a federal income tax. Basically, a person, in order to get this, a person must meet certain income tax or tax liability and dependency criteria to be exempt, okay? Now, this does not exempt the person from other kinds of tax withholdings, such as Social Security tax, okay? Just keep that. But understand, financial records, which is spending and income records and items to keep for your tax purposes, pay stubs, statements of interest, dividends earned, and records of gifts, tips, bonuses, spending records included, canceled checks, and, cash register receipts, basically credit card statements, and, rent receipts, basically, all right? Now, withholding, just so you understand one more time, a pay-as-you-earn type of situation before we get to the next video. Withholding is money, for example, that employers withhold from employees' paycheck. This money is deposited from the government. It will be credited against the employee's tax liability when they file their returns, okay? So employers withhold money for federal income taxes, so security taxes in states, taxes, Social Security, listen, income taxes, and in some states and localities. All right, we got to get to the next video, all right? We're going, All right.
And the best part of this plan is no one can stop me.
Shameless plug. We're going to continue this lesson on taxes in the next video. Thank you guys for being such a great class. I really appreciate this. You already know. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Black Girl Magic Masters. so you can get all of this in, a consecutive way. See you next video.